Dr. Jose Rizal was born on June 19, 1861. He is the son of Don Francisco Mercado and Doña Teodora Alonso. At a very young age, Rizal already showed his extraordinary ability. At 3-year-old, Jose Rizal already knew the alphabet and familiarized the Angelus prayer every 3 p.m. With this, we could consider that he possesses intellectual traits that is very rare and only few people had. Because if you observe a 3-year-old kid nowadays, it is very far from what Dr. Jose Rizal was when he is a kid. He then continued to excel at his first school at Binyan when he performed extremely well. He excelled in all subjects, especially in Latin and Spanish languages. Also, when he was sent to college, he then again showed that he can do all things he is capable with. He became an inferior to the Ateneo within just a month and considered as the brightest in class. And he was able to finish his degree, Bachelor de Artes, with the highest honor. So I could say that Rizal is not just simply smart, but gifted with extraordinary intellectual traits. Another thing I could describe to Rizal was he is strong and dedicated. Because first, even though he knew that the field of medicine is not that suited to his talent or suited to him, he then still continued to pursue the course because of the strong dedication upon healing the failing eyesight of his mother, Doña Teodora Alonso. Another is, even though the Spanish regime is a very challenging enemy, he is still brave and dedicated to fight for the freedom of the millions of Filipino that time. The freedom of the Philippines, the country he loved. Because his love for our country is bigger than his fear, and his commitment is bigger than his doubt. And I could say that Dr. Jose Rizal is a true Filipino pride. Lastly, I could describe Rizal as a wise man because he fought without the use of any guns or sword, and he struck to the enemy without using any bullet, but only with the use of his words. When Rizal was studying at Ateneo de Manila, he was considered as the brightest kid in school. He even became an emperor within just a month. Because of his excellence, he was awarded a Saint picture as his prize. Also, he obtained excellent grades and received many prizes offered by the school. Then everything turns upside down when he was at the UST or University of Santo Tomas. Rizal's academic performance in UST was not as impressive as he was in Ateneo. This was mainly because medicine, or the course that he took in UST, is not truly the course that he wanted. It is because he wanted the arts and letter course. But because of his dedication to heal his mother, the failing eyesight of his mother, he finished his studies and proceeded to abroad to broaden his ideas regarding ophthalmology. When he was at Madrid, Rizal enrolled at medicine and philosophy and letters, and awarded with the degree of licentiate in medicine. He was already taking up doctorate but failed to pay the fees because of financial problems of his families way back in the Philippines. The life of Dr. Jose Rizal in abroad, was full of preparation and enlightenment. Mainly because one of the reasons why he proceeded to abroad was he is buckling up himself on the field of ophthalmology and to immerse more knowledge about it. On the other hand, he goes abroad as what his brother Pasiano said, that he is to be ready himself upon a great task in liberating the country from Spanish tyranny. Also, enlightenment. Why? Because as he was there and abroad, he discovers that there's a lot of Filipino citizens who has also the same perspectives as what Rizal has to reclaim the independence of the Philippines, and they were called the Ilustrados or the Enlightened One. They, there he wrote poems about the country, and also he wrote the famous novels of him, the No Limitang where he finished at Berlin with the help of his friend Maximo Viola to pay the finances upon the publishing of the book, and the El Filibusterismo where he completed at the Brussels. When Dr. Jose Rizal was exiled to Dapitan, it became his home from 1892 to 1896. It is a quiet and remote place, but Rizal still able to find a way to explore the place. He continued to practice medicine, and also he engaged in many artistic forms such as sculpture, painting, writing, and poetry. He also built school for the boys. He studies Malayan language and immersed more in farming and even invented a wooden machine in making bricks. These things just prove how resourceful and creative Dr. Jose Rizal was, because he was able to find a gold out of a stone. Means he find ways to nurture his talents and skills with such place as it was very lonely and quiet. And thanks also to creativity and intelligent of Dr. Jose Rizal, Tapitan that time was able to have a big relief map of Mindanao at Plaza, which still exists today, to teach the people about geography. And because also of the fame of Dr. Jose Rizal in terms of ophthalmology, a foreign national visited Dapitan and cured by Rizal. That was George Stauffer. And then Dr. Jose Rizal fell in love with his adopted child, Josephine Bracken, and lived there. This just really proved that there is a beauty within a chaos, because Rizal was able to beautify the place, nurture them with knowledge, even though he was sent there to be exiled. On the eve of June 21, 1896, Dr. Pio Valenzuela visited Rizal at Dapitan, informing about the Katipunan and the planned revolution. Rizal objected to this because he cited the importance of a well-planned movement and sufficient arms. Rizal knew that the arms they had is not enough to start a revolution, especially when they are against the Spanish, which has a quite strong army because they are known to be a great colonizer at the time. Also, Dr. Jose Rizal mentioned about a well-planned movement. He objected to this because he believes that the Katipunan is not yet ready to hoard against the Spaniards or the Spanish tyranny. This may be the reason why he sent himself to the battle in Cuba as a surgeon, maybe because he wanted to observe how does the Spaniards move.